Good morning and welcome to Morning Transformations with your girl, me, Dr. Shana. I am so thrilled to be here with you this morning, and I'm so hopeful that you have been gaining some traction. If you've been listening to this series of Morning Transformation talks, I'm hopeful that they've helped move you forward in your day. And if not, if today's your first time listening to the episode, I just hope that it also touches you somehow and helps move you forward to having an amazingly positive day. So, today's thought really comes from a post that I saw. Social media is really great for a lot of different things. And so, when you see some posts that are really powerful, it always causes me to pause. I actually was already thinking about this as a topic, but this post just sent me over the edge, if you will. And so, it says you can eat the kale, drink the alkaline water, take the supplements, do Pilates, or hit the gym. But if you don't deal with the stuff going on in your heart and mind, you are still unhealthy. I think that's a mouthful, y'all. You could eat the kale, drink the alkaline water, take the supplements, do Pilates, or hit the gym. But if you don't deal with the stuff going on in your heart and mind, you are still unhealthy. Shout out to Charlemagne for posting that. And it just was profound to me because I just believe that we need to heal ourselves from the inside out. That's what today's talk is all about, y'all. We really get, I guess this world has made it acceptable and plausible and necessary for us to have these physical features that are appealing. We want to have the tight body, the big muscles, the fine clothes, I'm have the best, eating regimen over somebody else perhaps. And it ends up being this thing where it's all superficial. Because at the end of the day, you can have all of that. And by no means is Dr. Shana not promoting good physical health. But here's the thing that I think we need to be clear about, that there is a tri-part system at play. I'm a believer in holistic care, a holistic approach to our well-being, and that there is a mind, body, spirit connection. And I don't know about you. I don't know what your belief set is. I just believe that there has to be, because we are not one-dimensional beings. There are so many parts to us, and mind, body, and spirit just happen to, in my mind, encompass the majority of who we are. And to ignore any one of those facets of our life is really a disservice, because we don't end up being the best version of ourselves as a result. Because here's the thing, you can lift the weights, you can do all of that work, you can eat all the salads, the kale, the superfoods, and you can do all of that, go to the gym 5 days a week. But if you still are broken on the inside, none of that matters. But here's the key though, if you have managed to face whatever those things are that are inside of you, that are hurting, where your heart perhaps has been broken or disappointed by other people in your world. Perhaps you've had a life that's been difficult. That poem says, my life has not been life ain't been no crystal stair. It's been tough. You've been dealt a hand perhaps that's been unfair to you, maybe in many, many ways. And you have found life just to be unbearable at times. But we feel like it's easier, it's perhaps simpler, perhaps more acceptable to go and do the physical work to fix all of that. And we think that that alone is going to make us feel better somehow. And yes, it's important, it's valuable, and it has its place. But in my mind, the way I see it in my work as a counselor, just my own experience as a human, actually just walking around this earth myself with all of the things that are thrown at all of us, it's kind of like building a house on sand. So you can spend all this time and building this house. You can build it with bricks. You can build it with wood. It doesn't matter what you build it with. You can decorate it with the best and the finest of everything. But if it's built on sand, it will not stand. It will crumble and it will fall, and it will only be a matter of time before it actually happens. And think about that. I don't know what that looks like for you in your life, but what I know is if the foundation is not well built, if it's not made of cement, if it's not made of the kind of thing that sticks together, the kind of material that stands the test of time, y'all, that becomes the mental space, but also that spiritual piece is there as well, for sure, for me. Nothing that you put on top of it will stand if it's not built on the right foundation. Your mental capacity, your emotional well-being is absolutely part of your core foundation. To ignore it is to miss a fundamental piece of your total person, your capacity to be the best version of you. So here's the thing, and I know the things that I talk about, they are for motivation, they are for inspiration, but I want you to hear truth at the same time. I'm not going to just feed you the fluff that you want to hear, like, oh, you can go get it and do it. I can say that, but I believe it's empowering and much more important to talk about the real things that you can do so that you can then go do the it's wonderful and you can go get it kind of stuff. Because if this ain't right, ain't nothing else going to be right. So we have to be willing to take a look at the inner parts of us, the parts on the inside, the things that we don't see or that other people don't get to see, that are actually broken or hurt. Your hurts may have been due to someone else, perhaps based on your childhood, like I said earlier, or perhaps you just have a really amazing low self-esteem. You don't love yourself enough. You tell yourself all of this negativity, all the things that are wrong with you. You don't count up the wonderful things about you, but you just pick yourself apart. You self-degrading, you self-doubt, you don't believe in you. I don't know what your inner hurt or pain may be, but your emotional brokenness has got to be healed. So the thing that you run from, the thing that you've been hiding from all these years and not wanting to face, because perhaps you thought if I faced it, it became real somehow. That is the very thing. That is the thing that you're going to have to stop and take a look at, dead in its face, in order for you to heal from the inside out. So your mental capacity is based on your ability to live in your truth. Your mental capacity is based on your ability to live in the truth. So the lies that you tell yourself, the lies that get us to sleep at night, are only the things that sustain us for a little while, because they will fall short. They will not last always, because they are not a part of that foundation that's going to create a space for you to live your best life. You may have a glimpse of it in the lie, in the capacity to feel good for moments because you've done all this other outward kind of work. But eventually your foundation will begin to tell itself. It will begin to show. And what I'm encouraging you to consider today, family, this morning, is what parts of you have you not been willing to face? What have you not been willing to address? Maybe these are conversations you need to have with some other people in your world who have hurt you, perhaps. But first, you have to have the actual conversation with yourself. You got to be able to say to yourself, the truth of the matter is that I am broken, that I am hurt on the inside, and I have wounds that have yet to be healed. Perhaps maybe you can do some of that healing on your own, but perhaps maybe you need some help to heal that. You know I'm a licensed professional counselor. If you've listened to me at all, or you follow me on any social media platform, you know that I am a licensed professional counselor. I am a counselor educator, and I believe in the power of therapy, because sometimes it takes someone outside of you who's impartial to help you see aspects of your world that you haven't been able to face. So if you need that extra help, if you need someone to talk to, then do not be afraid to have that conversation. Don't be afraid to reach out to whoever that might be in your world that can help you along your way. This is real talk, y'all, real life. This is the stuff that we all deal with, but I'm encouraging you to be empowered, not to sit and have a pity party, because Dr. Shana, I said I got to heal from the inside out, and I got to face the parts of my world that perhaps I haven't wanted to for whatever reason. But what I want you to know is that this is a gift. It's an empowering gift to know that whatever brokenness you have, whatever you hold inside of you, that you've been holding together pieces, y'all, pieces, how you try to piece the puzzle together, but the glue ain't kept it together quite. But you've only held it together for so long. Just know that you have the power to put that all back together by facing the realities of your life. Y'all, your healing comes in truth. And I'm just encouraging you today to be empowered to face whatever your truth might be. Look it dead in the face. Don't be scared to say, you know what? I'm broken emotionally. I'm broken spiritually, perhaps. My faith isn't what it needs to be, and I need to do more work to get to the place that my spirit is where I'd like it to be. Perhaps I need to be kind to myself and say kind things to me today. Maybe that's what I need to help begin to heal my emotional self. Maybe you're suffering from anxiety. Maybe you're suffering from depression. Maybe you have trauma that you've endured. I don't know what your brokenness is about, but just be assured that we all have a piece of broken glass inside of us that we all need to heal. That glass will only continue to create more hurt, more damage as it bounces around if you don't do something about it right now today. So take charge, be empowered to know that, hey, as in Dr. Shana fashion, the affirmation says, today I decide. What will you decide today? Today I decide to take care of my emotional well-being. Today I decide to no longer hide behind my brokenness, but instead face it head on. Today I decide to take my broken piece of glass and I will do something with it to heal it and not re-injure myself. Oh my goodness, family, you have so much power this morning that you can make all of these decisions. The power rests in your hands. It's completely up to you. So take off the mask. Stop pretending that it's not happening. Because what I'm telling you, whatever is happening is happening. Your unwillingness to face it does not make it go away. Your unwillingness to address whatever it is that's been going on for the last decade or 2 decades does not make it disappear. Your power rests in you removing the mask and facing it head on and deciding, I want to heal my broken pieces. Right now, today, you can do that this morning. You can make that decision because today I decide to heal my brokenness. Today I decide to face the parts of me that I haven't been willing to face all along. Today I decide that I will heal. I will begin my healing from the inside out. Oh my gosh, from the inside out. I hope that that conversation, that thought, y'all, resonates for somebody. Do the work on the outside, y'all, but do the work on the inside. That's the work that's going to get you everywhere. Because if the mind is right, what I promise you, you can handle the rest of it. Because your head space, your heart space is where it needs to be. Y'all, that's the thought today. Heal yourself from the inside out. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Don't let the broken pieces of glass in your life destroy you. Instead, take them, piece them together, and heal yourself from the inside out. I am rooting for you. I tell you all the time, I am your biggest fan. And my hope is that something empowers you, encourages you this day to go forth and be different by making choices that move you in the direction of being your best self. the best version of you. As always, remember your next transformation is only a decision away. Make it a great one. Heal yourself today. Begin that process from the inside out. I'm wishing you the best. Rooting for you as always. I'll see you next time.